Okay, this is Audi Aster from B Sharp and C. I am doing the most raw, impromptu, have no idea what you're doing episode of B Sharp and C that I've ever done. And one of the reasons why, the reason why, I'm not going to start numbering things because when I do, I never make it past one. Number one, and then I never mention two or three. And then I'll say one of the reasons, and then never mention two or three. So I'm just going to come out and say this. I was going back and forth with a friend today in WhatsApp, and we were talking about the reaction that I got recently to a lot of people reacting to my video on Bandmade. Most of the comments were actually really nice. You get the occasional idiot who just comes in and starts trashing you because he thinks he knows how videos are supposed to be made. Let me tell you something, man. It's 2025. Everyone's making videos and no one really knows how they're supposed to be made. My favorite news channel on YouTube is a dude, Brian Enton, and he mostly makes videos out of his car or sitting on the curb somewhere. He's got no intro music. He's got nothing going on except for the fact that his videos are super interesting. So everyone and no one knows how to make videos in 2025 because, quite honestly, the world is saturated with saps like me doing just this. So, me and my friend were going back and forth today, and we're talking about what do people like? What do people like? Like, neither of us have heard of Bandmade, and I did a video about Bandmade, and it got 5,000 views in one day. I've never had a video. I think the most views I've gotten in my life is 8,000, and that's like after 6 years. 5,000 in one day was quite a surprise. And I'm like, wow, what do people really like? Because this whole Bandmade thing was actually quite interesting. Neither of us have heard of Bandmade. I did this video, and all of a sudden, out of the woodwork comes every fan of Bandmade that ever existed. And they're all commenting at the same time. And I loved it. I loved the reaction I got from my video about Bandmade, the song alone. So I said to him, I said, you know what I should do? I should do a video on K-pop. And then I started um, going through YouTube and just checking out K-pop. And I remember a listener comment on my channel mentioned the band BLACKPINK. And I came across BLACKPINK, saw this video. It's got like 900 quadrillion views in a matter of months. And I'm like, all right, let's see what the big deal is. And then I hit play. And then I discovered what the big deal is. And let me just tell you, it's not just the music, it's the whole presentation. I played the song Jump by BLACKPINK and literally was like beside myself, not even with the music, but with the videography and the effects on the video and just how the video was made and how the video was made. And I don't know if I said this, but like I was really amazed by how the video was made. It just blew me away. It blew me away. So they haven't even started singing yet. A lot of crazy effects. I make videos all the time. I probably won't edit this one because I'm super lazy and I want to make this video as raw as possible. In fact, am I even centered right now? Like in the, like, can you see me? And I lean forward and I look in the camera and I say, "Gah, gah, 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 gah." and it looks good. Okay, let's go back to interact. I'm using OBS. And by the way, if I seem a little upset, it's because it took me 77 hours to set up OBS tonight so I can make the stupid video, which is probably going to get no views. Anyways, I was beside myself. I make videos all the time. I watched this video and I was like, what? The song hasn't even started yet. The video is what gets me.
I'm not that easy to tame. You should see me under these lights. All my tears turn to ice. That's the sweetest escape. Every time the feeling kicks in, I might stay through the night. Bet you get it now. Rock that didn't I?
I am sorry. So far, I'm in. The mouth opens and then the girls come out and they're pulling up the teeth. Now you might be asking me like a couple of things, like Artie. There's a lot of auto-tune used in this song. Why doesn't it bother you? Like when you were reviewing Dianella, you didn't like the auto-tune in that song. Why is it okay in this song? Well, the simple answer is because auto-tune is a genre-national thing. It fits certain genres. Sadly, it has come into the country genre. I'm going to take that up with the country upper-ups when I can. But I think that auto-tune should not be used when you're harmonizing with other vocalists, when you're singing R&B or soul, because you're supposed to be a good vocalist when you sing R&B and soul. And I don't want to hear it in metal, because metal is supposed to be super raw. And I don't want to hear it in rock. And I don't want to hear it in jazz. And I don't want to hear it in blues, because all of those are supposed to be expressive, right? So the reason why I heard Dianella and I was like, is because he was coming off as R&B and the auto-tune was out of control. Here, the auto-tune is really high, but they're not pretending to be Barbra Streisand and Whitney Houston. It's pop. Auto-tune is used in pop. Did you see that in the ear? The thing that was going on in the ear? The heck even was that? What is that? What's happening right now with the people banging their heads on the walls and on the ground in the street? I don't really have a lot of words to explain it, so I'm just going to use a few. It's freaking awesome. Okay? It's just awesome. And I don't know why. It's just awesome.
So come up with me, I'll take you high. That prima donna spice up your life. You know I got that shit that you like.
All right, you said the SH word. Artie, why didn't you stop the song? You stopped Lola doing her song when she was swearing. Why aren't you stopping this song? Well, there's a lot of reasons. Number one, I didn't like the Lola song all that much. There was something that bothered me about it, and it was, I don't know, everything. I just didn't like the song. So when I don't like the song and I don't like the presentation and there's a lot of swears, I shut it off. Plus, she was using the F word. This is just a simple SH. If you don't use the other half of the word, it really just sounds like this. Shh, 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 shh.
So come on with me, run up, jump. Watch me running up the place. I'm already starting and my girls are on the way. Watch me upping up the place. Wanna see you bumping, baby, bouncing to the bass. Are you not entertained? I ain't gotta explain. I'm with all
All right, so let me bring this back to the normal because I'm getting a little weird. I don't want to scare off the audience. On a musical standpoint, this is actually quite musical, and I'm serious. The changes are quite heavy. They're quite drastic, and they're quite few. There are a lot of changes throughout the song, and it just sounds nice. Now, um, could Beethoven have written something like this? I don't know. Let me sum that up by saying this. Yes. But would he have been able to do the same presentation that's being done right now? No. I mean, he didn't have the software that these people have and the laptop and the technology. Come on. But in all seriousness, this video is awesome. I don't know if I said that yet. The song is awesome. The video is awesome. You overlook things like the occasional swear, and you overlook things like auto tune, which, trust me, for people who don't know what auto tune sounds like, it is being used extremely heavily in this song. And if you don't think auto tune is being used in this song, then maybe like go to some of the 87,564 YouTube videos that talk about what auto tune sounds like and watch them, because this is exactly what auto tune sounds like. But why doesn't it bother me? Because they're not pretending to be Whitney Houston. They're presenting something else to the public. And what they're presenting is a cool sounding song. And I don't know who did this video, but he's the star of the show. Or she. Don't want to get in any trouble.
You know we on a mission, all gas, no brakes, yeah. Breaking out of this system, breaking out of this cage, yeah. Bet you getting there, ain't that enough? 순간 있지만 누가 누군지, oh. Think you're running out, just be gonna walk it, talk it. 눈 감고 하나, 둘, 셋, 뛰어. 뛰어.
Is there something else? Oh, whoa. Whoa.
BLACKPINK in your area.
All right. Hi. Okay. It's me. You looking at me? Okay, I'm just making sure the sound is working good. All right, so I don't know. Look, man, I usually do videos in my office with the lights flashing behind me, and I kind of get myself mentally ready. And I'm like, let's just do a video. Let's just do a video about a song. And then I like have ideas in my mind that I already kind of want to say, and I'm preparing myself to some degree. Like if I put a Justin Bieber song on, I already kind of know that I really am not crazy about his music. So I kind of already have like these things in mind that I'm going to say. Same thing with Adele and other people. If I put on Amy Winehouse, I know I'm going to sing her praises. At one point or another throughout the video, I'm going to be like, the chick is awesome. I don't know BLACKPINK from a hole in the wall. All right. I don't know K-pop from a hole in the wall. I don't know anything. To be completely honest with you, and I just cut me some slack here because I'm 50 years old. When I heard of K-pop, my first thought was it was some type of like caramel popsicle, and they were just getting fancy and spelling caramel with a K. You want some K-pop? It's really good. I'm telling, it's right out of Germany. It's good stuff. Really sweet, Really hits that sweet tooth really good, satisfies the old sweet tooth. For the longest time, I just thought K-pop was that, some type of popsicle, or maybe, just maybe, some type of crazy, with a K, lollipop. I had no idea. And then I began to realize that it was a genre of music, and I thought to myself, it can't be good. It can't be interesting because no one my age is listening to it. And then I put this on and realized that the music is really good. The music is catchy. The music has a lot going on. There's actually some interesting lyrics. It's not in Korean. I'm sure some of it is, but the videography is fantastic. And I remember years ago, I watched the movie The Incredibles. And Brad Bird was the director of The Incredibles. In fact, Brad Bird, he's a man. He was the voice of Edna Mode, the woman who made the super suits. Brad Bird, the director and writer of that movie, was the voice of Edna Mode. But there were a few scenes that they needed to film of the characters when the plane got shot out of the sky. They all fell in the water, remember? And the director wanted the hair wet when they came out of the water, and none of the people working for him could do it. None of the animators, none of the professionals. Well, I don't even know what they're called because it's not. In that case, it wouldn't be videography because it's animation. But they kept on saying, "Up, looks like it's time to go to Korea." And they would go to Korea, and the Koreans knew every time how to make something look the way that they wanted to make it look on TV. Their videography and their animation and their ability to edit and manipulate video is some of the best in the world, if not the best in the world. And it's evident. And in this video that I just watched right now, it is clearly evident. Anyways, I don't know if I should even give this a score because no, I should give it a score, right? I mean, I watched it live with you for the most part. Once I saw bits and pieces, I was kind of like, let me not play this and then I'll play it later when I make a video. So it's kind of like one of those things that I've seen and haven't seen. But let me just give it a score. It's a 9.5. It's a 9.5. It's an easy 9.5 and not for the music. I think that that needs to be said. It's not a 9.5 because I was completely moved by the music, but it's a 9.5 for the full presentation, especially the amazing video. That's it. So that's it. 9.5. Tell me what you think in the comments below. This is Ari Aster from B Sharp and C saying until next time, you take it easy, you rotten pile of